Well, good morning, everyone. How you all doing? Whittler Dave here. I hope everybody had a blessed Christmas yesterday. I had a quiet one. Lara was at work. She got off about 5, went in at 7:30, and I just sat out in the mountains, listened to the mountains, birds, and I carved, whittled, whatever you want to call it, outside for about 6.5 hours. Nice and peaceful. No one around. I loved it. I did. It was what I was needing. But anywho, I hope everybody had a good one. You know, I'm drawing those crazy fish again. Yeah, I carved a fish yesterday. I just drawed this one out on the board. Another crazy fish. You know, you got your body. You got the wave. There's the eye, and there's the fin right there that goes on the body. Simple. Get out there and believe in yourself. You know. But anywho, here's what I did yesterday. Just a weird old fish. Or a crazy old carver. I gotta hold the wing on there because it's not, can't glue nothing. I got the eye in the house. I do a thing to the eye to raise part of the pupil. Yeah. It's one of my many tricks after all these years that I have been building, carving. Remember, I'm a non-modern artist. There's the wave. I'm making the pin right now. You know, I gotta carve this right here to make a 10. I gotta make the base. Yeah, non-modern artist, folks. I didn't grow up with a computer, but I've been making these little ducks. You know, my little ducks and everything. There's, you know, we seen them the other day. I thought we'd do another little whittle. I was asked to show a little bit more what I do. You know, all right, I'll do another duck. There's one with the orange boots, big fingers out of the way. Oh, how y'all doing? Here's Yerkel. Yerkel is purple. Yeah, and then we got the green boots. Yeah. And then, like I said, anybody can draw these. It's no rocket science. None. You see that? Just draw. Just draw. It's got a knot in it. Oh, why do I do myself that way? Why? All right, let's get you down here. You don't want to look at the old man. Shoot, sometimes I don't even want to look at my own self. You know? Oh. Brian's is out of town right now, so I'm going to do this myself. He's with his wife. That's great. I was so glad. All right, we're just going to whoop, and we're going to go whoop. That's good enough. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's good. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's good, folks. A lot of whoops there. Yeah, it is. I do a rooster like this, too. You know, similar. I put a tail on it, but I don't know. This year I thought I'd do the ducks. I'm doing spring stuff. I'm setting up. I've got a spring show coming here in Gatlinburg. All that stuff. Not too many of us old dogs left anymore that truly do hand carving. There's a few of us. Most people I know live away from me. I've had so many people in my shop, and I always say, man, I wish you was my neighbor. I say that every time. Well, I wish you was my neighbor. We would have so much fun. Randy came here the other day, and you know, he does wood turning and stuff, and carving, and I cut him out several little doodaddies and everything, and you know, just go out and whittle. That's what I did yesterday. You know, there's another one. I was just whittling. My friend Scott gave me the wood. See the little cottonwood guy? Got his beard, and I didn't paint it. Left it all natural. Sprayed the polyurethane on it. Steel wooled it, and put a wax on it. Just simple. Pure whittling. That's all you know, you don't fret over it. Don't worry over it. Just get a knife, and just whittle. Can you see, folks? I'm just cutting the boot in. You can start anywhere you want. It doesn't matter. Here's the heel. These are so fun. I've done these for years in my business. I'd sit out on the streets. Everybody go, what are you doing with today? And I'm just carving the duck with boots. Well, why you got boots on your duck? And I'm like, well, you can't live in my house free. You've always got to have a set of work boots if you're going to live in my house. I ain't lived free any of my life. I know a lot of you folks haven't either. So you understand the moral of that story. Yes'm. Oh, I'm Mr. Crazy Old Carver. Seen pictures of my grandkids yesterday, and they got all their toys that I sent them, from me and my wife, Lara. Sent them toys, and they were all happy, and, stuff like that. Everybody was happy. So they were happy, the old man's happy. I didn't think I'd ever say I was going to have grandkids. But you know what? I've enjoyed saying that. I've showed people pictures and what Hueys and stuff like that of my grandkids. Now you can do this right here with a V-gouge if you want. But all you're doing is just separating the little boots. That's all you're doing. See? We just separated the boots. Very simple. Little line right here. Little line right here. Do a V. Do a V. There you go. Very simple. Yeah. And like I said, if you want to, where's my V-gouge? You can come right in here. I hope you can see this. And you can just wiggle it down because this is going across the grain. That's why I like using the knife more. You can go across your knife. I didn't have a V-gouge when I was a kid, so I'm so used to using a knife. A knife. And just kind of lay it at an angle. Yeah, I'm gonna do several of these for spraying, and I've got a rooster. I'm gonna bring back the rooster that I make and everything, and I'll have to show you the rooster. Lara's got one. Yeah, see, cut some doodaddys in here and make it look like it's got some wrinkles in it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. 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 Just simple. Alright, let's thin the neck down. Yeah. There you go. Lose them edges. No right, no wrong. Just get out there and whittle. I've got to cut this fish out here. I got one in the house that I'm painting. Actually, the shop is shut down. The shop is shut down. I'm going to get ready to clean at the first of the year in January. I had one of my police officers in my shop yesterday, a good friend of mine, and he's got an idea that what he wants, and they want one of them stupid prices. He's like, it's not worth that. He goes, I know, Dave. He goes, that's why I came to you. I'm like, yeah. It's not worth that. There's not that much wood involved, and building it is not complicated at all. I build stuff like this all the time. I'm just having to change it up a little bit. And I've seen these, and so when I get one built, I'll show it to you guys. But I'm not going to charge the man those stupid prices. That's how you can hurt yourself in business. Remember that. This This here is not worth $20. It's not. I sell these between right around $10 to $12. I do. But it's not worth 20. It's not worth 25. It's not worth 50. That's what's wrong with... Come on, people. You're hanging yourself. Stop making your prices ridiculous. All you're doing is hurting yourself. Alrighty. So, yep, I'm gonna... Been looking at other people's pictures, and you know me, I don't copy. I come up with my own way. And then I'm a structural, basically like a structural engineer. I mean, I built houses and stuff, and I see a lot of weak points in a lot of things that people build. You know, I look into the future. How's it going to hold up? How's it, you know, wear and tear? The gas emissions in your house. How's the collar going to hold up? How everything, you know. Everybody, you know, how your climate is against it. There's so much that you need to think about. So, I'm taking all that in a factor and thinking about it and how the glue's going to dry and, you know, stuff like that. And there's a lot. You just don't slam it together and go, okay, I want $300 for it when it's not worth $300. Nope. It's not. So I got that to design. My friend, she's talking about getting me to make her some furniture. And then I've got I keep saying it, talking about it, but I have a massive wood carving that's what I've got to do here in January. I got to sit down and just put on some good old music, make me a pizza, and draw. Oops, he jumped out of my hands, folks. Sorry about that. Didn't have a hold of him. There's a knot there. So, he jumped out of my hands. He don't want to be carved. Whoopsie. That knot right there. That was a fun knot. Let's trade knives. That's too much for that knife. There you go. Gotta have a little bit heavier spline to put some pressure on that. A little bit better. That knot there's bad. Whew. We'll get her. Right there's that knot. There you go. Come off there. There you go. Get the little beak. Little bill. Not a beak, it's a bill, Dave. Whack, whack. There's that knot right in through there. This whole chenille has a knotty. Alright, let's go back to the little knife. Where'd you go? That's one thing. I got to sit down and sharpen a bunch of tools and equipment for this spring. Because, you know, I'm a maker. When I do a show, I'm sitting there all day long making. I want people to realize that everything I do is 100% handmade. I don't use Dremels. I don't use templates. I don't buy patterns. I create my own. So, my stuff is 100% handmade. All these right here, they're all going to be different, but that's what art's supposed to be. You're not supposed to have the easy button. You got to learn. Learn. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Remember, there's no right, no wrong. Just challenge yourself. Yeah, see, these don't take long. It's just a fun little whittle. Just a fun. And we'll do the wings. See? Yeah, he's already getting there, folks. Let's cut some of his tail. Remember, touch all surfaces with the knife. Sides right in through here where his wing goes. You know, get close because he's got a wing that goes right here. His little wingy. So leave enough where you can glue. And how do I know that? Well, when I first started making these, I got a little rambunctious there, and then I had to fix it. I mean, I'm trying to teach you guys the mistakes that I've made. I'm very good fixing mistakes because I made a lot of mistakes in my life. I'm not perfect. I'm just a man that likes to build, wood carve, make, design, you know, the whole shamil. That's going to give me 4, 5, I don't know, I may do 12 of these. You never really know how many to do. I may even do some taller ones, you know, or even the shorter ones. I've made them where they're only about 1.5 inches tall. I don't like to throw my wood away. Costs me money. This is just a piece of junk sugar pine. You know, this piece is left right over there. Most people throw stuff like this away. No. Nope. Not me. Well, it's just roughed in, folks. It is. I just put some linies here. That's his little mowy hawk. Then I come in here and will wood burn some of this to set some more depth and stuff. So just get your line started, and your wood burner can come in and give it the depth that you need, because you don't need them very deep. Remember that. You don't. You don't have to go out and spend, you know, $200. You can go and buy you just a small pen wood burner. You don't have to go out and, you know, spend all that. I mean, I've got a couple wood burners. One of them is very professional because I used to do a lot of wood burning years ago. And now, I mean, I just use that in my business just for highlighting stuff. Always have. You know what my first wood burner was a nail when I was a kid. I took a nail and drove it in a stick, built a fire, and heated it, and that was my wood burner. I'd file different ends on it, and that was my wood burner. I didn't know what a wood burner was. I just had this idea of burning the wood some way. So I did. That was my first. Remember, I'm a non-modern artist. I will survive. Oh, Lordy. Where, oh, where? Oh, there it is. Hang on, folks. Okay, let's just put a little flattened bill here. You can sit here and you'll chip this out like 14 million times. Just get you a piece of sandpaper and flatten the bill. There you go. Knock off some corners. Yeah, he's basically carved a nut, wood carved a nut. He don't, you know, he's going to knock a few little doodaddy hairs off. You know, that back there needs to be, see, I didn't carve the back of it. Remember, touch all surfaces. Put some doodaddies in there. Listen to that grain, you know, tell you which way to cut. Yeah. Like I said, he's basically done. He just needs to be a little wood burn here and there. And, oh, wait a minute, I take that back, folks. I stand corrected. I forgot to put his soles in on his shoes. See, no one's perfect. Even all the years I've carved, I make a mistake too. Just I'm normal. And I've finished these before and thought, and got it all painted, and then I noticed this problem. I've done this before. This ain't my first rodeo of messing up. Telling you. He's got these little wore out, non-perfect little shoes, like he's been out watering around in the dirt and stuff. One boot's a little off, and the other, that's art. Don't fret over it. Don't have to make them exactly perfect. And the other thing is, all you got is 3/4. Ain't like you got a foot here. You know? You don't got much room. Ah, cool. Let's check this time. We got a couple more minutes. The wing is just nothing. You want to start in the front and just start peeling it down. Then you start right here by the tip of it and just peel it down. Okay. Now you want to hit that surface there because you don't want to leave flat. You want all surfaces with something on it, some kind of doodaddy, some marks. Rough it up. Then you want to go on the back side and you want to swoop this out because you want to, when you put it under, you want to make sure that looks like the wing is. See how that is? Right there. See how I swooped that? It's not, the wing's not flat against the body. So you got to swoop that out. And when you put it on, see, you've got, let's get you where you can see this thing. See, look, you can pass the knife underneath of it because I swooped that out. Little swoop-de-doo. I know I'm not the greatest person to film, folks. I apologize. I'm trying. Brian's not here. He could get the better stuff. But I'm glad he's spending time with his wife, like he should. He looks at me enough. He don't, he needs a break from me. All right, that's the wing. See, it don't take long. It doesn't take long to make these little cowboy ducks. Work ducks, what do you want to call them? No, it doesn't. Well, anywho, let's jump off here. It's getting late. I don't want to, make this video too long. I just wanted to wish everybody, again, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I know it's over, but I'm hoping everybody had a blessed one. I did. I just sat out in the mountains and wood carved. Waited till my wife got off. Made all kinds of things. Listened to some music. I listened to podcasts and everything. Appreciate everybody this year. I did. I thank you all for subscribing, sending me your pictures and emails. And trust me, when I tell you I love you, 100%. You've made an old man the most happiest. So 2026, I'm going to try to do a bunch of other stuff. Maybe try to make some more videos like I used to. Maybe 1 or 2 a week. I know I've been lacking. I apologize. But you all have a blessed one. Thank you. Don't forget to push the like button. That notification there. When Whittler Dave puts things out. DavePoston@gmail.com. That's how you can send me stuff. Y'all have a blessed one and a happy, happy New Year. And love from Gatlinburg, Tennessee from Whittler Dave. And I thank you again.